Hi, salam sejahtera. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome for joining us at this Bold and Beautiful 4.0 series live event. Tonight we will be talking about healthy habits for recovery. Bold and Beautiful 4.0. There's 3 ways you can join us. First, become a donor. You can donate your money for contribute to this campaign. Secondly, you can become a fundraiser just like us tonight. So you can click the comment. There's a link there. When you click, you can see our page and you can donate through our page. So we have become a fundraiser. So you can also encourage your friends to join together and to donate. The more people come together, the bigger power we have, and we can encourage and raise more awareness towards our society. The third, you can become a shavy. You can see many of our participants have go bald. The reason to become a shavy is that we hope that through empathy, we can put in action to support cancer patients. So in Malaysia, we have a lot of partners that is offering free shaving. Or tomorrow, we have hundreds of friends that is joining this event to go bald. At the moment for this year, we are targeting to raise 3 million and we are targeting 3,000 shaving. And we are very happy and we are very excited to share with you that by today we have already raised 1.6 million, which means we have already surpassed 50% of our target. And for the going bulk, we have 3,000 that we're targeting to this year, and we are having about hundreds tomorrow. So we are estimating to hit our 3/3 of our target. So the more people joining us, the awareness, the voices that in the society being heard, the chances is higher. So tonight we have some tips to share as well. So we hope that you can help us by sharing this live video as well. The more people who heard our sharings, you can support people who are going through patience recovery to have some healthy tips and how to have very good habits during their recovery journey. So my name is Isel, and we have our food science lecturer. We have Sim.
Yeah, hi, I'm Sims. Nice meeting you guys, and willing to share some tips to our audience on the healthy eating as well as the cancer preventions.
Okay, so when we say about healthy eating, definitely we were thinking about food, how to eat healthy foods. And besides me, we have a very famous vegan chef. We have Chef Dave.
Hi guys, Wanakkam, Salam Sejahtera, Tatya How. It's glad to be part of this, to run this and also to share whatever we are practicing in our kitchen to audience out there, and especially who are fighting. But I believe all these small tips and cooking hacks or recipes gonna help a lot in your journey.
That's why today we are not only sharing healthy tips, how to prepare food, we will also demo by Chef Dave. So we hope that today, watching our live tonight, you can also join us with the 3 ways that I just shared. You become a donor, become a fundraiser, or become a shavy. So the donations, I mentioned the target of 3 million. We have 2 beneficiaries. One is Cancer Research Malaysia, and the second is Sarawak Cancer Children's Society. So that we hope we can support these organizations, and we are hoping can contribute towards this Cancer Research Malaysia, so that we on this medication journey, on this cancer fighting journey, we can show more support in action. Okay, so just a little bit heads up that today we were having chef have prepared how many dishes to share with us?
3, so 1 breakfast, 1 could be lunch or dinner,
Okay.
and 1 more is like snack. Yeah.
Okay, so
Snack or
before
dessert.
So before we start the cooking side, let's Sim, our food science lecturer, to share with us. When we talk about eating healthy, recovery and all that, what crossed your mind?
Okay, I think most of us will think healthy eating is something related to diet.
Yeah.
Okay, but tonight I will share something different with you. You might think differently. Okay, after tonight's sessions, you might think, healthy eating is actually very simple, because most of the time people think healthy eating it must be something very strict. You have to follow these kinds of requirements, and then there are a lot of limitations. But tonight I'm willing to share with you through our experience. Okay, healthy eating is actually something related to habit changes.
Okay.
Let's see.
If you look at these diagrams, which one looks odd? Okay.
To me, pasta.
Same, because
Okay.
Asian, right? We
Yeah.
love our bread and butter, kaya.
Yes, and then someone stay in Japan maybe feel that butter is odd to them because they seldom took the butter. Okay, so the idea is diet is like religious. It's like
Culture.
belief, culture. It's
Yeah.
very hard to change. But when we talk about healthy eating, it's about the choices that we make. So people usually get confused. Healthy eating is something related to diet. So when we talk healthy eating, it must be something sustainable. Means you can easily practice it in your daily life. Then that one also called healthy eating. Okay. So you see, even a very short diagram, it just lead to us. Someone say this one is correct, someone say that one is correct. So there is no correct or false. It's about the choices that we make. So therefore we are here to share more info with our friends. What is the correct choices on our food?
Amazing.
Okay. Yeah.
sometimes when we talk about like healthy diets, we will think about there's a different nutritionists talk about different formulas, different methods, and all that. So I believe there's a lot of myth on healthy eating, right?
Exactly,
Sure.
So you see, I have prepared these kinds of diagrams, which I summarize from some of the experts,
Okay.
especially those doing healthy eating.
Okay.
So they found out that most of us, in today's society, we fall into this diet brand
Okay.
traps. Okay, why say so? Like Enzi just now say, which superfood to take? What are their major macros and micronutrients that's involved? Okay, and somehow last week there was some expert saying, hey, you should take this one, but next week someone will say the opposite side.
Yes,
Okay,
people are so confused.
so
Yeah.
confused. Yes.
Don't know which one to follow.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, but seldom people put emphasis on the good habits.
Yeah.
Seldom people talk about on the wholesomeness. Okay, the real foods. Okay, and seldom people talk about the metabolic disorders. Okay, which most of our communities are facing nowadays. Okay, like high blood pressure, okay, obesities, diabetes, and etc. And somehow there's one more important thing is about this mindfulness. Okay, in Chinese they say 身心分离. Okay, somehow when we eat something, we thought that we actually eating. Yes, but in fact it is not. So these are also some of the reasons why some experts say most of us get trapped into this diet brains dilemma. So we think we are actually eat healthily, but in fact it is not. So we focus on most upper sides. Okay, we neglect these good habits. Okay, yeah.
Understand.
So we have to become from mindfulness
Mindfulness.
to mindfulness.
Yes, correct.
What we eat, the choices we made during our breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or snack. What kind of food are we choosing?
Yes.
Whole food, right?
Yes.
That's what you mentioned. So today,
Whole
all the
food.
food we prepare also whole food, right?
Yes.
Hope so. I have to approve by you guys whether it's whole food or not.
So okay, in the Chinese we always said that the 一日之计在于晨. So breakfast is very important. So let's share. But some people will skip breakfast anyway. So what's your opinion on the breakfast?
Okay, to me, I will think breakfast is important. Okay, therefore, taking in a good breakfast is very vital because it start your day, kickstart your day, Okay, but in Malaysia, I think most of us
Go
already
too heavy.
Correct.
Curry lah,
Yes.
you know, we eat wanton mee, chicken rice, and all
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
for breakfast.
Yes, yes. So therefore, I would say if we can make some changes, okay, we can make some changes on the breakfast choices, okay. I think it will be nice, okay. In the long run, it will be nice for our, elevating our health. Yeah.
Okay, so now kita kena bermula prepare sarapan.
Okay, sure.
So what have Chef Day prepared for us for tonight?
Okay, so basically for breakfast, I want to make it very simple, easy. I know like people might be,
Lazy,
daily routine
rushing,
or
go to
lazy
work.
or convenient purpose. So we want to make it something like you said, sustainable that can make every day and they won't feel like this is something that for short-term purpose. So I'm going to share how to make either overnight oats or chia pudding. So chia pudding is even easier than overnight oat. So chia pudding basically all you need is just two ingredients, chia seed and plant-based milk. So plant-based milk you can use any like soy milk, oat milk, almond milk, walnut milk, any milk as long as use unsweetened. So like we shared just now, right, wholesomeness. So we try to avoid processed food as much as possible. So that's how this particular dish going to be. And also I will always love to incorporate fruits into breakfast because
Vitamin.
I'm not sure am I right or not, like once I learned that actually morning until like 12 o'clock is time for body to 排泄, it's time for us to cleanse, you see. So fruits or light food which will help that process will be good rather than something heavy that let your body already start the engine too early in the morning. Should let them to detox
Warm up
everything.
also,
Yeah,
right?
so that kind of things are what we're going to do today. So chia seed is something that you can get in any supermarket. It's very easy to get and it's rich in omega-3 as well. So no need to be worried about, like, you know, some people say, oh, eating plant-based, how am I getting my fish oil? You know, how I only must eat fish to get omega-3. There's no such thing.
Yes.
You definitely can get omega-3 from like flaxseed, chia seed and all that. So that's what we're going to use. And this recipe, even your kids can make it at home. So that's how simple and easy it is.
Okay.
So all we have to do, just add your chia
seed.
seed and also your plant-based milk. Okay, and then just have to give a good stir and keep them in the chiller. And tomorrow morning when you wake up, or even it just
many
take about
hours,
4 hours only.
4 hours,
Yeah,
okay.
4 hours only. You will get a nice pudding. So you just top up with your fruits. Even fruits you can cut one day earlier.
Pudding, you mean it will become beku sikit, is it?
Yeah, so wait, let me show you the magic. Okay, so just give me few
Just
seconds.
put into the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Sejuk saja, ya?
Exactly, just put in the
Oh.
peti sejuk and then
Okay.
you'll be done.
Wow, sounds quite easy, yeah. Really, like kids also can do this.
Yeah.
So we have a
ta-da! So this is what will
Wow.
happen.
Kids
You
sure
see?
like
Yeah.
it.
wow.
So it's like a pudding-like texture because the chia seed already soaked and it's like developed. So it's very good for digestion as well as the absorption of omega-3 is even higher. So now in the morning, what you can do, of course, the best is if you can cut the fruit in the morning will be great. But or else, if you are really on a rush schedule or whatsoever, what we can do is always you can prepare like ahead. So means to say you can
if the night before lah, you already cut the fruits and then you put in the
in an
fridge.
airtight container or something. So the next
okay.
morning, all you have to do is just
put on top.
yeah, exactly.
So this is just like
Okay.
a topping lah on,
Yeah,
on this
exactly.
pudding. Okay.
Use glove.
So is there any special matching fruits that you will recommend?
No, actually, it's always depend on
What
like
fruits you like?
yeah, or in
Ah.
case let's say you have any medical condition or whatsoever that doctor advice, okay, you shouldn't take this fruit or that fruit, then try to avoid that.
And
Apart from that, I think there is no any issue.
So okay, so while Chef Dave cutting the fruits, so maybe Sim, do you have any advice on the fruits?
Yeah.
Actually, no, because from the food choices the chef have made, it seems like very nutritious and then
Okay.
easy digestible.
Yeah.
They're
And
soft, huh?
very soft and then very fresh. Okay, so in the early morning we actually need all these things.
Yeah.
So all these are the elements which give you a good breakfast to kickstart your day. Okay, and I also believe that chef, these drinks,
Yep.
these beverages,
Yep.
is very nice and can like tahan for at least 11 or 12 before
Yeah,
your
exactly,
lunch.
exactly.
Because the moment you add in this soy milk or any plant milk, okay, it's like satiety.
Can tahan lah.
Yeah, can tahan. Yeah. So in Chinese, we call them as a 饱足感. So you won't wait
Exactly.
for something like the carbs, okay, your,
Yep.
your kway teow, your mee, all those things.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
maybe you can try, okay, maybe tomorrow lah, okay, the fastest is tomorrow, you can try do this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure you will definitely will feel full
Yep.
until the lunch.
Exactly.
Okay? Yeah.
So and another thing about this is actually like you can even make like 3 or 4 together and just keep it.
Yes.
And every day just take out one because the plant-based milk, if you keep in the chiller, they won't spoil or have any
Correct.
issue. So you don't need purposely every day go and do the chia pudding. You just
Yes.
do like maybe 5
Yeah.
and then every day you just cut the fruits in the morning and your breakfast is ready.
Yeah.
So this one can do sekaligus lah,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
So just have to
Cutting
mix.
the fruits, okay. Mix
Just have to
it.
mix this and then you can just top on top of your pudding.
Wow, the color also look very
Yeah,
attractive.
you can add
right?
berries,
Yeah.
you can add anything you want, strawberries, raspberry, or even bananas. So there is no restriction when it comes to this.
Fruits,
Yeah,
okay.
so you no need to worry about, hey, what should I put and what should I do? It's like very versatile. You decide what kind of flavor you want this particular pudding to be. Okay, and then for example, you feel like, I need some mouthfeel, I don't want to eat something that, you know,
Oh, it's so soft.
没有口感 no texture.
Want something crunchy,
Yeah, so you can
biting,
always
biting.
add some nuts, just a small amount, like half teaspoon or 1 teaspoon. Just chop
chop
some
it.
nuts, or you can even chop them earlier and keep in a box. So each time you can just sprinkle
Just
on your
sprinkle,
salad,
yes.
on your oats, on your whatever lah, that you feel like you need some mouthfeel, right?
some
then you
almond. You prepare some
yeah,
almond,
so almond,
cashew,
cashew, and
nut.
all that, and then just
Wow.
do some
Sprinkle.
toppings, or even if let's say you want to serve your guest or someone, you can just put a mint leaf, and it will be
Oh.
amazing.
Yes.
Very
So-
presentable as well, right?
and you can see it just take about
Attractive.
10 minutes,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
So
I think
there's
less
no
than that.
yeah, so
The
there's no
preparation.
reason for us to say that it's very hard to prepare breakfast on our own. Too busy, healthy breakfast is tough. Actually, I really agree with what Sim say. The problem is habit.
Habits.
We all struggle. I mean, personally, because I've been vegan for 2 years, I still struggle to let go a lot of my habits. But it takes time, so we have to do something about it.
Correct.
Oh, that's a saying that you do something repeatedly for
Yep.
21 days,
Yep.
then it will become a habit.
I failed my 21 days so many times, but still trying.
Yeah, keep
Yeah.
trying.
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
trying. Okay, so this is the breakfast, 10 minutes or less than 10 minutes preparation. It's very nutritious with the fruits and the nuts, and then we have chia seeds, and we have the plant-based milk. Okay, so just like chef mentioned, you can have soy milk, almond milk, cashew milk, or whatever plant-based milk you
Yeah.
can choose according to your own flavor.
On
So
preference,
yeah,
yeah.
just put in the fridge overnight or 4 hours minimum, then it will become like jelly texture, pudding
Yep.
texture.
Yep.
So it's very suitable for kids, for elderly, or any age. I think
Yep.
you're
Yes,
right to,
yes.
to eat this breakfast. So there anything that we need to remind our audience to avoid during breakfast, or any cancer patients that during recovery should avoid during
Okay.
breakfast?
Okay, correct. As you mentioned, for patients who are doing in the stage of recovery, right? So their diet, okay, must be emphasized on something giving them energy, okay, something giving them proteins to build the muscles. So you see, this simple breakfast actually do provide
Yeah,
the two
fiber,
elements.
protein. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And then on top of that, I would say when I take this breakfast, I will feel happy. Because if you look at the color, there are great varieties of the food choices that you add in. So definitely different from the conventional breakfast that we are taking in.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the few tips okay, when we actually say healthy eating. Okay. First, your habits. You must change the habit. Try to change that, because suddenly ask you to change,
Yeah.
it's like forcing you to do, but you must willing to do it for the sake of health. Okay. Then you start slowly and then
Understand.
gradually. Then
Exactly.
slowly you will see the result.
You'll
Okay?
used to it. Lah.
Yeah, not only for the health purpose, but for the emotionally. You will feel that you are actually become a different people. So this is what I experienced, because previously I was something like I ate whatever things.
Okay.
I never put this habit as one of the criteria. Okay, I just like eat whatever I like. I see this one, it seems people say this one famous, this one very nice. So I just took blindly. And then after sometimes I feel maybe this is not correct. Okay, for us to stay healthily, we must
Understand.
actually cultivate a good habits. Okay, from habits, then it will lead you to right choices.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Emotions is
Amazing.
important.
Yes.
So we have to prepare food that we like, but we don't pick things that we like blindly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we have to also take food that our body needs.
Yes.
So for lunch or dinner, sometimes I think chef is very thoughtful that he prepared food that is very easy to prepare,
Yeah.
very convenient, and then nutritious enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And easy to get. Mainly all these items you can get in normal supermarket.
Pasar ke,
Yeah.
pasar
Because
mini
a lot
and all
of
that.
people have always had thought that vegan or plant-based food or healthy food is expensive.
Yes.
It's our choice whether we want to choose expensive ingredient or humble ingredient that equally can provide the same nutrient for your body. Yeah.
So for lunch, that we usually will heard that for cancer recovery patients, they will prefer some food to be more soupy.
Yes.
Soupy and like properly cooked,
Yes.
soft enough,
Easily
right?
digested.
Yeah. Easily
Okay, this one
digest.
especially for those who are having some side effects. Okay, they are having indigestions.
Okay.
and then they have their ulcer, very hard to swallow the things. So we try to provide foods in a soupy base and then easily digested. So this is their priorities.
Okay.
And on top of that, like what chef say, you have provide all the ingredients, okay, which is in variety and very colorful.
So let's Dave to share with us what are the ingredients that you have prepared for the lunch or dinner. One pot.
Yeah, one pot meal. Because why I said one pot meal, because you know sometimes when people who are really in a condition of sick or sometimes family member don't know what to cook and they might not have time to specially prepare a meal or something. So one pot meal is something very versatile. You can just like how you did the chia pudding, you can every day change different fruit, different flavor and all that to make it to have, seems like you are eating different menu, but actually the formula is the same actually, right? So that kind of things is what we're going to see in this one pot meal. So basically for this one pot meal, right, we only need exactly 3 ingredients, but of course we don't want to be so lazy lah. So we make it a bit colorful. So what are the 3 ingredients? Mainly is...
This is a core ingredient.
Yeah, it's dal, lentil, or you can use any type of lentil, no issue. But the reason I choose this red lentil is because it's very easy. You know, because it's very easy for us to how should I say is cook. Maybe like 10-15 minutes it will cook because it's very small in size, right? So it's very simple and very easy. So that's why it's like amazing when we look at this, right? So this one you can use any type of lentil, as I said again. This one because small size, 15 minutes. Second thing is potatoes. You can use sweet potatoes, yam, anything, but personally I use just the normal potato that we can get at shops. So basically this one just cut into cubes. So cut into the size that easy for us to chew and bite. Don't too big, then people have to, you know, you have to cook such a long time. No, this dish 15 minutes done, mean 15 minutes done. Additional ingredient that I have, but before that I just want to wash this and soak this for like less than 5 minutes before start cooking.
So the reason to soak it to soften it, or
actually no, I just want to wash this and also basically this one, if you even didn't soak it, it's totally fine. Unless beans, unless you are cooking like beans, like red beans, black beans, mung beans, then you have to soak it so that it help in the digestion process. But for lentils, not necessarily needed, because lentils, if you soak a bit longer, in fact it will have some toxic. So better not to soak lentils. Beans, yes. Beans will help. Even rice, you can soak it so that it will help better digestion, like your brown rice, parboiled rice, if you are eating. So better you soak. Even one day earlier, it's good. Just soak it, put it in chiller. Next day you cook it, it will help digestion.
Wow, some good tips, huh? Okay.
So these are the two things.
Lentil, potatoes, next.
Just to make it colorful, to make it interesting, I'm adding in carrot. Okay, so carrots are here. And then I have this celery. So if you realize, I cut all these equally same size because why? It's easy for us to cook later. And then baby corn.
Jagong.
Yeah, you can even use any types of your favorite vegetable in, no limitation. So you can add in mushrooms, you can add in anything. So for the sake of, I need some green leaves, I need some calcium, some vitamins and all that, I'm adding in bok choy. You can add in baby spinach, you can add in anything, even any like cabbage, or any, color even whatever lah, anything in green color. And this one, for flavoring purpose, I'm adding in this cilantro, also rich in iron, but I'm just adding in just to enhance the flavor. We don't want people just eat like ching tan until like really sick people. We don't want people feel they are sick. You are just normal. You deserve to enjoy food. You deserve to enjoy good food. So that's why you want to add in some natural flavors. So you even can add in some ginger if you want. You can add in some garlic or onion, or you can add in, for example, lemongrass, galangal. It's totally up to you, but I'm going to make it very simple, straightforward. So first step, we need vegetable stock. So this is the part that people might thinking how to make vegetable stock. So I believe when you prepare all this veggie, you will have all the trimmings. Don't throw it away, just wash it clean
Make
and
use
then
of it.
just make use of it and just simmer them. Simmer means not open the high fire and let it boil. That's boiling. We want to simmer. Slow fire, let all the flavors to release to the juice of this water. So you don't need to use any seasonings. So that's the best part of it lah. But of course, if let's say you really have no time and etc., you want to use a bit here and there, it's okay, but try to avoid as much as possible, because at the end of the day, it's a matter of choice. You want convenient or you want healthy.
Okay.
So
It's your choice.
Yeah,
Of
it's
course,
your
we
choice.
encourage you to go to
Yeah.
the most natural way to do your own
Yeah.
vegetable stock.
So, and this one, the best part is, I know that sometimes you say, I don't have all the vegetable trimmings. What you can do, you just keep the vegetables in freezer. You take a Ziploc bag. Every time when you cut vegetable, like the broccoli stems, cabbage stems, carrot peels, all you just keep in a bag, put in the freezer and just collect them. Okay, once you have enough, like maybe 1 kg or 2 kg, dump into a big pot, put water, just nice same amount of
Just
vegetable.
yum, cover
Yeah,
it.
cover it
Okay.
and slow fire simmer it. Once you see it start boiling, enough, close fire, let it sit there for another 30 minutes, cool down, and then you strain just like now. So we're going to just strain this. Okay, so just strain this. So this will be your base. Okay,
the soup base,
yeah.
huh?
So how soupy you want or how thicker you want, you decide. Okay, because some people they like make it a bit like thicken up and eat with rice. Some people just take this as their whole meal because already got potato,
Yeah.
got lentils, so they no need.
Carbs already.
Yeah, no need purposely add in anything else. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it. So now we're going to add in, start cooking lentil. Okay. So just add in all the lentils. And as I said, this lentil really cook in about 10-15 minutes. So it's very quick and you get all your protein you needed here. And also a lot of fiber in this as well.
Yes.
And there is one type of lentil, similar the red one, but it comes with the skin. It's good as well. The red lentil come with the skin because it contains higher amount of fiber. So we can choose whichever we want lah. And then potatoes. Okay, and then the next one is going to be carrot, because these three take a little time to cook. Carrot can be eaten raw at the same time. When it's cooked, we get different nutrients, so it's okay. The rest of the veggie I normally don't add in because the longer you cook, you spoil all the nutrients in it. So example like leafy vegetable, when you cook too long, you
Turn
spoil all the
yellow also.
nutrients. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you not cook enough, also toxic. So make sure you have to cook, right?
The timing is
Yeah,
important.
like baby corn,
corn,
celery,
celery.
all take very short time. Even mushrooms, you know, all the cilantro, all just take several minutes to cook. So don't need to rush through now. Just let this to really start boil and start cooking. So once it's done and start to thicken up, then we can adjust the seasoning, etc. And one more thing when it comes to healthy cooking that I wanted to share is the amount of salt, oil, sugar. So always remember today, whatever Chef Dev share, you can forget about it, but don't forget salt, oil, sugar, SOS. Remember this, amount of salt in a healthy cooking, it should be only 1/3 teaspoon max per meal. 1/3 teaspoon. So means to say if this is your teaspoon, only 1/3. Okay, 1/3. So if 1 teaspoon of salt mean you should cooking for 3 person, means 3 meals. Then only you can use 1 teaspoon of salt. Oil maximum, a lot of people will say different amount, but for healthy purpose, 0 oil is the best. There's no such thing as healthy oil in the world. I know a lot of people will promote it, market it. I'm not sure whether you will agree or not.
Okay.
There is no need oil for our human body. We need oil.
Yes,
Oil
correct.
from nuts, oil from avocados,
Correct.
oil from fruits,
Plant-based.
vegetable, plants. We no need oil that extracted out, because you know the oil that like sunflower seed oil, groundnut oil, coconut oil, God created, you know, for example, we take this as a groundnut. God created groundnut as groundnut like that for a reason. It comes with fiber, come with
Correct.
skin and all that. But we human try to smart to extract the oil out and just use the oil and taste good, but also give us a lot of issues. Yeah. So I'm the one of the results standing in front of you, obese, you know. Even I cook a lot of healthy food, but I don't eat all the time. So because of eating a lot of this extraction, it's considered processed. So we need to take whole food of oil. Okay, so oil, remember, but still when come to cooking, I understand, right? How can be without oil? So maximum you can take 1 tablespoon, but personally in my kitchen, I'm cooking healthy food. I'm only using 1 teaspoon of oil per meal, even cook my sambal, my biryani, by all sort of stir fry everything, only 1 teaspoon because I'm cooking in large batch. But at home, I understand it's a bit difficult. Maybe you can go a bit, but maximum 1 tablespoon, not more than that per meal. Sugar, 0. No added sugar allowed. That's the formula for healthy eating lah. So if let's say then you ask how can I cope with sugar, don't worry, next section when we are doing snack, I will definitely teach you how you can eat something sweet, nice, but without added sugar. So the tips will be coming soon.
Wow,
okay?
Okay, yeah. Luckily, there's some tips that is you can taste sweetness without sugar.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
some people have sweet tooth,
Exactly.
and if there's no sweet taste for them, oh, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's very difficult for their life.
Exactly.
Happiness, where's the happiness?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so just now, like Chef Dave had mentioned about the preparations and all that, because some of the cancer patients, we understand it's a very tough journey, and during their recovery process, maybe they have some, physically not feeling very well. So, do you have any tips on how we can help on from physical to mental for these patients?
Okay. For physical parts, I think we cannot stay without exercise. Okay, you must have ample exercise. Okay, to let you active all the while. Okay, and then because yes, correct. From exercise, you are actually distressed. Okay, distress yourself. Okay, and from here, you will have the appetite to take in food, and then we believe lah. Okay, we believe that when you can eat properly, happily, then your body can react accordingly to what you have eaten. Okay, this is the concept, okay, because you are so close to the food. You know, we are using the wholesome food, so your body should know which one is good, which one is bad.
Exactly.
Okay, so therefore we say when we talk about healthy eating, you should take the wholesome food. Okay, because your body know which one is best to the body. Okay, there is one saying when the students are ready, the teacher will appear.
Yeah.
So we should treat our body as our teachers. Okay, we just provide them whatever the necessities that should be. Then your body will lead you. Okay, this is what I believe lah.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have to be a good student lah.
Exactly. And talking about the sugar just now, right? Suddenly it struck my mind. Yeah, when we look at this, we don't add any sugar, right? But normally, like I used to work in a hotel, we just add a lot of brown sugar. We add a lot of coconut sugar or honey, corn syrup into our granolas or into our this one. Mostly we call like so. In appearance for the guests, it's a healthy food, we put that in a healthy corner in the hotel, but the fact is it is not healthy at all, right? So like this, there's no sugar at all, but the good thing is all the fruits, there's a fructose in it. So that's the sugar our body actually needed. When we blend in and eat, for people who have sweet tooth also, I think it will be fine for them. But again,
maybe banana you can add if the kids like sweet food.
Right? I think have to try to be balanced with one thing is don't eat too much sweet category fruits as well. Try to balance up. There's some acidic, some sweet and all
like
that.
Like kiwi, you mix with banana, some is
guava,
sweet, one is sweet.
papaya. So you try to mix with some maybe honeydew, rock melon. So just try to mix here and there, balance up a bit, or else like it's not whatever healthy food, right? One thing I realized because I'm cooking for a lot of these cancer patient and all that. What I realized is actually the key is eat variety.
Correct.
Eat variety means like tofu or tempeh is good, but
Yes.
not everyday tofu and
Correct.
tempeh. You see,
Yes.
you have to get your protein from like lentils, different types of lentils,
Yes.
different colors,
Versatile
different shape,
varieties.
and then you have to get like from broccoli, from mushrooms, like a brown rice, even oats, even potatoes also have protein. But people are very much into like, oh, only tofu got protein, only soy got protein. Yeah, so I think we have to educate ourselves. Just Google it. You know, we're all using smartphone. I think even auntie these days also very active.
Oh, very
Douyin,
good already.
very active Facebook.
YouTube
Yeah,
also.
YouTube. So
Okay.
we also can get all this information.
Informations online, yeah.
So healthy protein source, healthy carbs, and all that. Definitely, we can get all that.
Don't
answers.
stick to one. I think this is
Yeah.
good. And then you like every day eat the same food.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so for this one, how long do we need
So
to
basically,
for- to
actually,
boil?
we can see the lentils is like almost done. We can see
The
that.
color had some changes,
Yeah.
right? Just now it's a bit orangey.
Yeah,
now it's
so you
become
can see
yellow.
it's lighter color now. So
Yeah.
what we're going to do now is just try to see whether it's cooked or not.
Okay.
Especially the potatoes. So once
see
the
if it's softened.
yeah, so if potato is soft, yeah, you can see it's breaking. So, but it will take another 5 minutes and so. But at this process, what we can do is we can add in like the celery,
Okay.
and also the
Jagong, is
baby
it?
corn,
Baby corn.
and then let it cook for another 2 minutes and so. Then only we add in the bok choy, because bok choy
choy.
basically need about 3 minutes will do.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very simple. So at this stage, you can add in salt. Why I don't add in earlier stage? You know what will happen when we add in earlier stage?
Absorb.
All the vegetable will absorb the salt. Then when you taste now, you will see, oh, not enough salt. Then you will add in more. So 1/3 teaspoon will not enough. Maybe you need 2/3 teaspoon and etc. So add in last. Of course, the vegetable like no flavor, but when you're eating with the soup, you weren't crying for salt. Compared to you add in earlier, then you will add more, because you cannot accept drinking soup that without flavor. Because the vegetable got their own nature sweetness and all that. And normally our tongue take about at least 4-5 days to change when you start eating healthy, like without less salt,
I mean,
oil.
like get used to the
Yeah,
taste,
at
is
the
it?
beginning 3-4 days you will feel like why
No
am I eating
taste,
like this,
right?
no
Yeah,
taste,
okay.
太清淡没有味道. But after like 3-4 days, you will start to enjoy the nature flavor of each ingredient.
You become more sensitive.
Sensitive,
with
your
it.
tongue will become more sensitive. So at this stage, I'm going to add in some black pepper and also some salt. But definitely this is just to add on flavors lah. It's an optional. You can add in white pepper or black pepper, up to you, and also some salt. So as I mentioned, 1/3 teaspoon,
Teaspoon,
but it doesn't
okay.
mean that you really need to use up the 1/3 teaspoon. All you have to do is maximum 1/3 teaspoon. So for now, I just use a pinch first. If not enough, we can always come back to the second pinch. Normally like 3 pinch is about 1/3 teaspoon. Yeah, so we no need to be rushed through this process. Okay, so we can smell the flavor of black pepper and all that. And to be honest, normally I don't even care to taste. I know 1 pinch is enough. 1 pinch is enough, and
Okay.
unless you really worry, you definitely can taste it. And then now we're going to
I start to smell the fragrance of the vegetables.
especially when you add in salt and
Yeah,
pepper,
pepper.
the flavors
Smells
start
so
to
good.
coming
Yeah.
out. So as I mentioned, 2 minutes. So now we're going to add in our bok
Bok
choy.
choy.
So add in all the bok choys in,
Okay, the
and then let it cook
I think
again.
the green leafy vegetables usually will put last, right?
Yeah, but also very careful. Some people, they think like, green leafy vegetable. Of course, some green leafy vegetable can be eaten raw, but at the same time, we have to see, especially things are grown in the land, right? So some pesticides, this and that.
Yes.
Despite you wash, also it's better for you to cook at least like 3 to 4 minutes to really cook through. Then should be okay. Or else it's also not that good lah. Okay, so now last part, I'm just going to add in some cilantro, just to add more flavors to that. But when I add cilantro, what I'll do is, normally I off the fire first. Because cilantro basically no need to be like
Yeah, it
cooked.
can also can be eaten raw, right?
So
Yeah.
this one you no need to like really cook through. Okay, so we can see like it's really like cooks up, and there's a lot of fiber, a lot of protein, and the cups also cooked properly, the potatoes and all that, and it started to thicken up. You feel like, oh, I need more soupy. then you can add in more stock, or you want more thicken up, eat
Yes.
with rice or noodles, definitely you can make it thicken up, like as a side for your particular meal lah. And this one definitely you can keep in chiller and reheat and eat the day after also. It will be good for even a rainy day. This kind of dish, very simple, very healthy.
Yeah, like today it's raining. You feel
Yeah.
like so cold, and you
warm.
prepare something warm.
Yeah, warm
soup
and
all
soupy,
that,
right?
yes.
So basically this dish
So you
done.
have off the fire, right?
Yeah,
I mean the heat already,
yeah.
right? Okay.
So basically it's done. So what we're going to do is just remove this, and then we can
Off the
just
fire, and
just sprinkle some cilantro in and just give a good stir, and the flavor will be just amazing. Okay, so just give a good stir, and then you can just leave aside and start serving this. Yeah, so it's you can't say this is a Chinese dish, Malay dish, or
Yeah, what
Indian
dish
dish.
is this?
This is just like
Healthy dish.
Champalang, just throw in everything, just throw in like a ABC soup, but of course a
the same
healthier
idea.
version lah. Yeah, a healthier version because it comes with the protein, comes with carbs, comes with all the nutrients that we need.
And it
okay.
doesn't cook that long,
Yeah.
so you keep the nutrients. Yeah.
Exactly, and then we can just keep aside this one.
Yeah, you can just serve and eat with,
Yeah.
with or without rice. It's
Yeah.
totally fine.
Totally fine, no
Yeah,
any
You
issue.
can see different colors: orange color, yellow color, green color. Very
Exactly.
nutritious. Different varieties inside. Oh, okay. So this can be eaten during lunch or dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even for breakfast, I think it's okay, but it's just that a bit heavy for body to digest.
Yeah.
Especially when root vegetable come in like carrot, potatoes, and all that. But it's better breakfast for me, right? If you really don't want to prepare, like eat fruits also okay lah. Eat fruits. Eat fruits like one portion of fruits like 150 gram maximum. I think it's enough. If you're hungry, eat another portion at 11 or something. It's enough.
I mean, from fruits, it's very nutritious, it's very healthy. But is there any concern that, like, for cancer patient, only eating fruits, is it too excessive? Some people might worry about that.
Usually we will say you taking in balance lah. Okay, we are not restricting people just take for one types of fruits or even veggie or whatever foods. Okay, so we usually advise them to take in variety, different variety. Okay, just like what chef have prepared. You see, even just a very simple soup, one pot soup, but it come in different colors and different varieties.
Yep.
So we believe that in the raw ingredients, okay, like the carrots, okay, like the corns, like the celery, okay, it do contains all these important ingredients, so-called the phytochemicals, which is good for the patients as well as the consumers. Okay, so these phytochemicals will help to build the cells, to let the cell recover faster. Okay, and then on top of that, some people, okay, they usually they will ask, should I go for organic foods,
Yes.
organic veggies, okay, in fighting cancers?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say there is no strong correlations. Okay, saying that taking in more organic foods will reduce the chances of getting cancer. Okay, due to several reasons. Okay, the first one is because the study that people made only limited to several types of cancers only.
Okay.
And then secondly, the samples, the sample size, okay, not representative at all. Okay, so people will say they do not have strong correlations. Okay, taking in organic foods, okay, in fighting the cancers or preventing the cancer. But what is important is the moment you choose organic food means you are health aware. You're really aware on these health concerns, So this one will indirectly elevate your health and then help you to, prevent cancer. Okay. So people also asking me, hey, Sim, is there any other substitute, okay, for organic foods? Okay, because organic food very expensive.
Yeah.
So I would say you can choose for crucifera, like the cabbage, okay, like the broccoli, okay, like the bok choys, the carrots, all these fruits and vegetables are just nice because they seldom put in pesticides. Okay, very less pesticide. And then this one is good for patients as well. Yeah.
So it's important that the choices you make, like not so much
Yes.
about organic or not. So it's important. It's like what kind of vegetables you're choosing, what kind of fruits you're choosing. So that matters
Yes.
more.
Exactly.
Okay. So chef had been serving in a very nice bowl to present his one pot meal.
Meal to
So-
a one bowl meal.
And just now when you pour, it smells so nice, you know.
Okay.
And make me
But
like,
I still
really
haven't
wanna
tasted
try.
enough salt
It's
or not,
okay,
so
never mind. Let's
you
have
guys
a
let me
try.
know.
Let me try a
Yeah.
healthy serving with one pinch of salt.
Yeah.
So okay, let's try this
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
soupy lentil
Yeah.
one bowl meal. Okay, so just now also another myth that we've been thinking that the people will be suggesting to take supplements. So
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on supplements?
Okay, when talk about supplements, I forget to share with you guys. There is one diagram shown by the AICR, the American Institute of Cancer
Oh.
Research. You see, they list down 10 recommendations, and then one of the recommendation is do not use supplementations for cancer preventions.
Wow.
Yeah. So in
This
the
is a
AICR,
scary thinking.
correct. Okay. So
Okay.
only prescribed by healthcare providers,
Okay.
doctors who are
Okay.
really close to you. So we do not want people blindly, to say I want to take these types of supplementations. Since you can take from your whole foods, why should you take for supplementations?
Exactly.
Yeah, because you see, there are 10 suggestions, recommendations. Okay, you see,
Maybe before you go through it.
yes, be a healthy weight.
Weight.
Okay, to try not to gain weight lah. Okay, we have always take care of our waistline. Okay, because this one really related to cancer.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait lah.
Yeah,
Weight.
obese. Okay, related to cancer. And then secondly, be physically active, which we have
Okay.
mentioned just now. Okay, and that's what eat
Eat
wholesome foods.
food.
Okay,
Yeah.
So talk
okay,
about it.
correct. And then limit fast foods and
Okay,
processed
processed
foods.
food.
Correct. Okay, and limit red meats and
And
processed
processed
meats.
meat.
Okay, and the rest like limit sweetened drinks. Okay,
Okay.
limit alcohol
Alcohol,
consumptions. Okay,
supplement.
Prevention.
yes, then breastfeed your baby for mothers.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yeah, and then follow
Also
your healthcare.
means the mother have cancer, they cannot breastfeed the
No.
baby, is
This
it?
is a
Prevention.
cancer
Oh.
prevention. So
Yeah.
they encourage
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Correct.
okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
and follow your
Follow your healthcare
providers.
provider recommendations.
Okay,
because
okay.
he is the one who monitor you. Okay, you should forge a trust. Yes,
and
Understand.
cooperate with
Correct.
your healthcare
Yeah.
providers.
yeah,
Sure,
sure.
Okay, so this is the 10 tips.
Yeah,
and
10 tips.
recommendations on the cancer prevention.
Preventions. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So now we bon appetit.
Let's try. Yeah,
Okay.
like I said.
Oh, so the lentils is a bit
Yeah.
break or a bit meshy.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
It's
You-
quite, the sweet taste from it is from the vegetables and the stock.
Potatoes and carrot.
Just now when I see chef cooking, I was thinking should be quite tasteless lah because all vegetables and then only one pinch of salt. And we're like, oh, but when I taste it, it's very flavorful
And
actually.
another thing
Yeah.
is like the celery and the cilantro also
Yeah,
give a
the
nice
blends,
flavor.
Yeah, the blends of flavors. Then when I first tried this, I thought I'm eating those cute things, chef. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The stock.
Stock, yeah.
Yeah. But it's so natural, And this one, I think most people can accept.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the moment when we take the first sips, it's like very comfortable.
Actually, what happened is like when I cook my meal with 1/3 teaspoon of salt and also 1 teaspoon of oil, right? For my customers, they literally see me like they are God, They like, oh, they are like, because they have cancer issue, heart patient and all that. So they literally just eat boiled vegetables, like they blanch broccolis, eat with brown rice. They really eating as clean as they
Tasteless.
can,
Yeah.
like
Tasteless.
tasteless, no salt, no
Yes.
oil like that, So when I started to introduce like with 1/3 and also with because I work with nutritionists and
Yes.
dietitian
Yes.
doctors, so when we do that, they are like, oh, like revive again. They can eat their sambal, their curry, everything, but in a whole food plant-based version lah. So that's why I felt like people who have been going through really clean eating, like no choice, when they started to cook like this, they will started to enjoy their life again. They won't feel like this is a suffering. Because some people fall into depression because they can't really enjoy even to a point like the meal that they have to enjoy at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So it's very important that educate yourself when it comes to cooking as well.
I'm very impressed by this dish actually. Just like I mentioned, I didn't expect it can be so tasty. No wonder you say that your clients are like, oh, see as God, because they're like, because sometimes when I cook myself, I'm not very good at cooking, so I try to cook healthy, so it's like really tasteless. Sometimes I also cannot tahan my own cooking. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm amazing, it's just with a pinch of salt and can taste so good. So I think it's very important that just some people talk about the mental health as well. When you're emotionally more happy, eating food is healthy and tasty at the same time, is really, really, really good for them.
It's a win-win situation.
Yeah, and they don't really feel like they are a patient, you know. Just like you mentioned, everyone deserves that, you know, to live your life in a very happy way, and then you don't feel like you are a patient. So I think that's very important.
I mean, honestly speaking, I think any ordinary people will love to eat this kind of food. It's just that if someone prepare for them. And they think it's very difficult to do, but in fact it is not. It's very simple. It's just a matter of,
and it's a fixed belief as well. Just now when I see this, I also feel like should be like not very nice, like so qingdan
sure,
like that.
no flavor, right?
But just now,
it's the magic of mixing right ingredient, cook at the right temperature and everything, so you will get what you need.
True that. So just now we mentioned, okay, this one is lunch, this is breakfast. Sometimes in between dinner and lunch, you know, you feel like you want to snack something. But when we talk about snack, we feel like, oh, it's unhealthy, right? So
and people who have sweet tooth especially.
they'll be like struggling.
Everyone,
Yeah, so what's the tips of having a healthy snacks?
Okay, when talk about snacking, okay, I think nowadays because we are working quite sometimes, I mean over times, okay, facing the laptops, okay,
phones,
and then this one will automatically induce you to snack for something, okay, so usually we will advise people, hey, you snack for something which is nutritious, okay, and then less processed, okay, as what chef has prepared, the nuts, this is the simplest thing, okay, for good snack, okay, then on top of that, actually, if you got time, you can prepare the cookies. I mean, in your house, okay. I'm not saying on the Monday or Tuesday you will prepare
during the
weekends and then
or
you
whenever
stop.
you are free.
Yes, correct. So this is the important elements, okay, for snack, okay, to prepare the snack. So it comes along with the ingredient that are using, the the raw mats, okay. So from here we will see healthy nuts, some dates, okay, oats, and etc. Okay, back to you, Chef.
So, Chef Dave, what have you gonna show us?
So
a
basically,
healthy snack.
If you ask me, right, if you're really lazy, don't want to do anything, right?
Just like me, okay?
Just get some mixed nuts at home. Maybe you can use dehydrator to, dehydrate them so that you can eat them just raw like that, or with very low temperature cooked baked nuts. Or you can always have some dry fruits like raisin, fig, dates and all that, but also have to monitor the amount, not too much, because it's a high cholesterol, high calories. So it's dense in calorie and high in fat as well, even though it's a good fat. But we have to play around, know the amount, maybe maximum of 1 tablespoon of mixed nuts or 2 tablespoons. Maybe some fruits here and there just to,
the flavor,
to control your carving for sweet stuff, right? But if you are a bit hardworking enough, you can do something that, like in the weekend, right? You do in a large batch and then you can keep it at home. Each time you really feel like want to eat chocolate or want to eat some sweet things, then you can just put in your mouth and enjoy. So we're going to make, either you can form this into an energy bar or a bliss ball, like small balls that you can just snacking lah. And this one, it's also very versatile. Whatever you add in, it will become whatever you desire. So you are the creator of this particular recipe. There's no recipe for this.
So you can add on some stuff that you think.
Yeah, you feel like
okay.
suitable, or you feel like, oh, this is going to be maybe taste nicer and all that. Like maybe some people, they don't want to use these dates. They want to use the red dates or raisin or goji berries, you know, hong zao, keichi. Of course, can, no problem. It's something that will bring some sweetness.
And make you feel blissful.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's important. Okay.
let's we make this. So all you need is just a food processor. It's very important. If you don't have a food processor,
Can I ask
then
a very stupid question?
Yep.
Food processor, like normal blender is
Also can.
Can?
Normal
Okay.
blender, especially use the dry one, the cup. That blender can.
Okay.
If the normal blender is a bit tough but you still can make it but the best thing is to have a food processor But if you really don't have, then forget about this recipe.
Okay.
Because this is like something that, but I believe these days everybody
It's
have a
very
food
common,
processor
just
at
that-
home
just that,
or chopper, whatever
Chopper.
as long
Chopper
as
can also do the work,
Actually, you can do one thing, just chop by hand, but it's just a lot of work.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Okay, very simple. Let's we go in about like 2 tablespoons of mixed nuts. The same amount of dates that already removed the seeds and de-seeded. Okay, dates. Let's say if you want to, let's say, how should I say? If let's say you want it to be soaked in warm water first, can as well. But I try to not add in any liquid so that I can keep it for a longer time. Yeah, because when liquid. Yeah, so it's easy to have grow fungus. So we try to avoid that. Yeah. Okay. Now we add in
Oats.
Try to use rolled oats or steel cut oats because it's minimal processed. So like the quicker oat and all that is a bit processed already. So we try to go back to the nature as much as possible. So we just add in this as well. Okay, and one more
this look very yummy.
amazing things and most fat containing thing is the peanut butter. Try to get peanut butter that with least ingredient, just peanut if possible, only peanut. Don't get the peanut plus sugar plus oil plus whatever, all sort of the history. Don't, just buy the one that minimal one. Definitely you can get in the store, so shouldn't be any issue with that. So just add all this in together. And to enhance the flavor, you want it to be have some chocolate flavors and all that. This one up to you. You can add, you can avoid. I'm adding in some cacao nibs, so it's like real cocoa. They just crack. So maybe you guys can try this.
A bit of crunchy. Oh, I can smell it.
Yeah,
Already.
it's like this is the purest form of chocolate before it's being cultivated with all the sugar, blah blah blah. But this one they add in with yacon. It's a type of sweetener, natural sweetener. So this is like fresh cocoa, okay, without any process in it.
Also
So
have a little bite kind of feeling.
yeah,
Crunchy.
and you'll taste like a bit like almond, but at the same time like a bitter aftertaste, the real cacao flavor lah. Okay, so that's it. So we're going to grind this. This one we're going to coat later, so that it look like truffle.
Nice.
Okay, so we're going to see the magic works.
Okay, the food
Okay.
processor. Ooh.
So we always
faster.
check. Yeah, but it depends. If you want to be fine, then you can continue grind that.
So it actually depends,
Depends
like how
on-
fine you would like
Yeah,
the size is.
if you like to be a bit coarse when you want to eat, so definitely okay. But I like it to be a bit finer.
Okay.
And some even you can add in, for example, like lemon zest or orange zest for flavor. But today I'm just going to add in a bit of cinnamon. Yeah, just to give you a bit of English flavor lah. But if you don't want, then definitely you can. Christmas coming soon, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can add in some dry fruits instead of using dates. Make it into Christmas feel. Definitely no issue. So some cinnamon in, and some nutmeg powder, but this one optional as well. It's like not
Depends.
necessary you have to use this. Yeah. But like you see, the spices I use also use the closest to nature. Yeah. So this one, like, I mean, it's not
smells
about
good.
brand or anything. It's about when you buy things, always look at the label or ingredient list.
Ingredients.
Should be minimal ingredient and try to avoid buying things that you don't even know what the ingredient
Yeah,
mean.
sometimes you don't
Yeah.
understand some of the very
Yeah.
yeah
So like some of the
bombastic word towards
preservative
like,
and
I
all
don't
that.
understand.
So
Yeah, maybe it's a preservative
Yeah.
things that we don't know.
so try to be very careful with that. Lor.
So look at the ingredients that you're familiar with. So
Okay.
you do a bit halfway and then you put
Yeah.
the flavors and
Actually, you
then
can
continue.
put together lah.
Oh,
Just
okay.
that just now I forgot.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
actually can just sekali goose on the first round.
Yeah,
The cinnamons
exactly.
and everything.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the fun part of this is we're going to transfer this into a bowl. And what you guys can do also can come and join me.
Okay.
So you guys also can wear glove on both hands.
Okay.
And then we can form this into balls.
Wow.
And then we can coat them with cacao powder if we want. Let's say if we don't want, then it's okay. We can be just eat like that as well. Or you can coat this with like a beetroot powder, or you can coat this with moringa powder. Yeah, so all sort of
So
things.
different types of flavors that
Yeah.
you like. Okay, so
So
I'm very excited.
okay,
Okay.
first thing first, I'm going
First
to
step.
just add a bit of cacao
Cocoa
powder here. No
for
need
the
too much.
coating.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is for coating.
Okay.
This is optional, yeah. Yeah, so I also have to put two.
Okay.
So it's
the amount is like we do glutinous ball, is it?
yeah. So actually,
tang yuan
yeah.
sauce.
So we no need to take too big, like just like a small,
pinch lah.
yeah, like a small amount, or actually up to you, whatever size you want to make. And then
Okay.
you have to press this first until it form, and then just make it into like small balls, and then just roll this nicely until you get like nice flavor, a nice shape, not flavor. Okay, so there you go. So you can just straight away eat like that, keep in freezer, keep in chiller, whatever you want. And of course you can just coat this in a cacao powder to make it like
wow, that's fun.
the luxury, you know, brands truffle that you can get, like Godiva and all that. So enjoy your homemade Godiva at home.
Wow, I think
Okay?
this one
Yeah.
the children will like it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And definitely you can also make this into different shapes lah. Let's say you want to, some people what they will do, they will just put in a long mold, press, and then take out and then cut into like a bar, and then they coat with dark chocolate.
I see.
Also can like sugarless chocolate and all that. So definitely it's very simple, very easy thing to do lah. So how big, how small you want the shape also is definitely up to you. So yeah, it's very simple, very easy. You can add in chia seed as well, flax seed as well. So this is depend on
Sesame.
yeah,
Sorry.
sesame. Yeah.
I was just
sesame.
simply saying,
Yeah,
kind
because
of
yeah,
taste to taste
I mean,
match.
like this is
Okay.
very versatile. Whatever you want to add in, you can add in. So like for me, I add in my protein powder into this. Like of course, the protein powder that I use also very close to nature. Just sunflower seed and also pumpkin seed powder. So just add that powder in so that you get higher amount of protein. Because as a person who eat plant-based, right, especially if you go gym and all that, you worry that you're not enough protein. How much tofu should I eat one day, right?
So yeah, you cannot eat tons of tofu, right?
You cannot
one
eat
day.
tons of tofu, right? So you make your protein into balls like this before you go to gym take two. After you come back from gym take two, you definitely will get what you want.
Yes.
Yeah, not only you can get proteins, you can get happiness as well.
Yeah, so it's sweet and it tastes good lah.
And it's
So for
easy.
people who cannot take nuts, yeah, there are people who don't want to take nuts, right?
Yeah,
You can
allergy.
actually make this just with seed like sunflower seed, you know, all that different type of like pumpkin seed and all that, definitely you can make them as well lah. So shouldn't be any issue.
So seeds with
Yeah,
oats,
yeah.
just like what the
Yeah.
rest of the ingredient
Yeah.
it is lah. Oh.
Or just
Alternative.
oats and the dates will works beautiful things lah. So you can definitely see there are like two versions lah, one with cacao powder and one with without and just plain. So it's very simple and easy. So it's a fun thing to do with your kids, with your elders at home during the weekend. So don't make cooking so boring. Okay.
Yeah, it can be easy.
Yeah.
And the taste can be
Yeah.
good.
So it's like really amazing, right?
So after coating it, do you need to put in the refrigerator to
No.
chill and all that?
No, but actually if you want to keep it for longer term, it is advised to keep in chiller. If you want even longer, then freezer. Keep in an airtight container and keep in freezer lah. That will be amazing.
Or actually after this we can eat right away, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
We can
okay.
taste this now.
Okay.
Can
So
we
steam.
bake this, chef?
Do we need to bake?
Not advisable.
No.
No need to bake. Unless you really worry to eat raw nuts, what you can do is you roast them first before you make this entire thing.
I see.
Okay.
Dust the powder because the powder will be very bitter.
Oh,
Because this is a pure
cocoa.
cocoa, not the. That's why there's differences. Differences between cacao and cocoa. Cocoa is already mixed with some flour.
Yes.
Cacao is pure cacao bean cracked, make into powder. So it will taste bitter and all that lah. Some people they don't want to coat, they put the cocoa powder into the
Fillings,
fillings
when you
as well.
blend it together?
So it will taste like chocolate lah.
I see. If me, I will put matcha. Because I like matcha.
Yeah. So that's why it's very versatile. I
Correct.
have friend. She don't like dates,
Yeah.
so she that auntie what she always do is she use red dates and also goji berries.
Yes.
So very Chinese style, and then she
Yeah,
love to add sesame, black sesame, white sesame, and all that.
Yeah.
She roast first and then she add in, so it tastes very nice as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very Japanese.
Yeah. So yeah, basically very easy, simple things
Sim, do you
that
wanna
we
try?
can.
Yeah.
To try this is good.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Should try.
It's a very healthy snack.
Yeah.
Easy to make.
Guilt free.
Yeah, guilt-free most importantly.
Yeah, you won't feel like, oh my god, I'm having some sweet, right? You won't have that thought when you make your dessert or your snack really healthy.
And the sweetness level is just
nice. Yeah, not like too much. Because it's again, you see, even though this like healthy, you cannot like eat 10 balls a day. There's
Yeah, you have to
always
limit the amount.
limit.
yeah, there's always moderation lah. We know that you're craving for sugar, so the answer is here, but not like craving until like you wanna have 10. Like maybe 3 is like enough, unless you really go work out and all that, like really sweating and all that. It's a different story lah.
Just to satisfy the craving lah. So the dates is a very original.
Yeah, there's
sweet
like
taste.
alternative for you already.
Yeah, you won't feel guilty. At the
Yup.
same time, you can satisfy your cravings. I think that's very important. Speaking
Exactly.
about exercise, just now we mentioned that it's encourageable that they keep themselves active. So what kind of exercise would you recommend, and how long to do it, or not so that you wouldn't overstress the body as well?
Okay, I think the best exercise for patients is like you go for slow walk.
Slow walk.
Yes,
okay.
go slow walks, or if not, cycles. Yeah, for cyclings. And then some people will prefer swimming as well. These are few exercises that do not need suitable, do not need extra efforts.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would suggest you don't go for like marathons, long runs, all those things. I mean, will actually let you feel exhausted after all.
Okay.
So you just do it moderately.
Okay.
As long as you got
sustainable that you
yes.
can make it as a habit and do it every day.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. If in Chinese, I think some of them prefer to do some stretching or lodging in the house. It is also a good choice as well. Yeah.
So just to keep yourself active at the same time,
Correct.
don't overwork, and then just don't want to make it a habit that you can do it daily. Because when you overstress it, the next day you wouldn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Stable to
understandable.
sustain is very important. Just
Yeah.
like what Sim had mentioned.
It is like a journey, It is not like something like this destined, okay? It's just a journey, okay? You must like learn something, enjoy it, and then very sure if you do all these things correctly, it's easily to overcome.
So I think today there's a lot of takeaway for our audience, like from the food, the eating, the cooking. So with just not very important tips, how to eat whole food, less processed as much as possible, and then we mentioned about the oil, the salt, and also the sugar, how it's the intake and all that, and what kind of exercise that we should do, what things to avoid, and what kind of good habits that we develop. I think all these tips are very important, not only for cancer patients during their recovery journey. Actually, just like everyone else, we should practice this kind of habit. It's very important to keep ourselves healthy. So today we have shared all these recipes that's very easy to cook. So why not try out ourselves during the weekends? Today is Friday, so tomorrow we can try it out, especially if you have kids. Try out the blissful energy snack. Okay, I think this is very a good time for family. So this is what we're sharing today, and I hope that if you're watching this live, you can also share it to your friends that you think that it will helpful for them. So I think that's the end of what we have been doing for the cooking show and tips from Sim. So just a little bit more sharing about our events for this Bold and Beautiful 4.0. Our campaign will end at 31st December 2021. So now we still have 50% towards our goal, which is raise 3 million to our two beneficiary organizations, which is the Cancer Research Malaysia and Sarawak Cancer Children's Society. So we hope that we can contribute to them this 3 million, not only for the kids and also developing or on the research on the cancer to help more cancer patients. So there's 3 ways that you can join us for this campaign. The first one is become a donor. The second way is become a fundraiser, just like 3 of us did today. So you can see from the comment, there's a link there. You can click in and do a donate. So we are encouraging more people to join us on this awareness campaign. So if you can also become a fundraiser, so because let's say while one person's ability is limited, maybe you can donate 50, 100, but if you can get 10 friends, 20 friends, every one of them donate 50 ringgit or 10 ringgit, whichever amount, so sikit-sikit jadi bukit. So you can become a fundraiser. And the third, you can be a shavee. Just now we had mentioned about why to shave is to go bald, is to encourage empathy, so that we can put ourselves in the shoes of the cancer patient while they go to chemotherapy. They will have hair loss, so you can be in their shoes and then let them feel that you are with them. So through empathy, we show support, love, and care to them. So this is the 3 ways that we can show support to this campaign. So we will having a QR code. You can also scan the QR code to know more about this campaign. And also we have these partners salons that are supporting this event. So if you go to our partner salon, they will provide this shaving service for free. And of course, you can also go to your own preferred salon on your own to do this shaving. And actually tomorrow we have over hundreds of our volunteers are joining the shaving part. So you can also, just now we mentioned the QR code, just scan and see what are the activities that we're going to have. So, and also today we also would like to share with you our final theme song, and this song is the message that we really want to bring out is you're here, you're loved, and you're light. In Mandarin, 我在,我爱,我是光. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, Sim, and thank you, Chef Dave. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You're here, you're loved, you are light. Rewrite your future, you know that the phoenix will rise. I'm by your side. Everything's gonna be alright. It's just the darkest, just right before the dawn. Then it's a new day, your chance to take a breath. There's been pain, there's been tears when you said that you can't go on. show your path. You're here, you're loved, you are alive. You're not your past, who you are is much stronger than that. But if you fall, you get up and fight with your mind. You're here, you're loved, you are alive. Rewrite your future, you know that the phoenix will rise. I'm by your side. Everything's gonna be alright. A brand new spirit, the time has come to soar. That strength within you, no one can tear it apart. Wipe your tears, don't forget those scars prove you have been through all. So stand tall, spread your wings. You have braved through your pain. Now let your courage take flight. You're here, you're loved, you are alive. You're not your past, who you are is much stronger than that. But if you fall, you get up, fight with all your might. You're here, you're loved, you are alive. Rewrite your future, you know that the phoenix will rise. I'm by your side. Everything's gonna be alright. I'm here, I'm loved, I am light. I'm not my past, who I am is much stronger than that. But if I